Good morning, everyone. All right, so we got another. Excuse me, I think my voice is going out a little bit today. All right, so I think we have a decent amount of movers this morning. The market's definitely looking better than it has been in the past few weeks, and so I'm liking the volume of the market. It looks pretty hot. Good morning, everyone. Let me see. Good morning, Missouri, Rel, Netron, Lewis, Miguel, Brian, Ambrose, Seven, Luke, James, Masher, John, Live Gains. What's up, guys? Good morning. But yeah, watching CLDR, which is Cloudera, it's gapping up from 1708, currently at 1975. And so a decent sized gap. Definitely watching this one. Maybe down to the $19 level. Also watching NBEV, it's gapping up from 811 to 866. Keeping an eye on IGC, it's actually gapping down some though, but I'm going to watch that one as well. Gapping down from 885 to 790. Going to kind of keep the cannabis stocks like CRON and TLRY on the back burner for now. They're looking a little tough to trade, but PTIE is also gapping, or actually it's gapping down some after a crazy run yesterday. AMRN gapping up some. I think this one had a conference yesterday on AMRN, and so I think that's the reason why this one kind of went up a huge amount yesterday. So up a decent amount, up to 1885 from 1820, but yesterday it went up from about 15 or 16 bucks all the way up to 1918 at its high. So watching AMRN today. Also looking at HDP. HDP gap it up from 21.88 to 25.40, so a pretty significant gap up here. We'll have to look to see what the news is on that one. I'm still looking at the pre-market scanners, see what can pop up here. A few that I can't trade, but that look decent are IZEA, gapping up from 155 to 203. This one looks interesting as well. BKS. Barnes & Noble gapping up from 546 to 665. I'm going to watch this one as well. A YGYI is popping up on the scanners, but the volume's pretty low with this one. I think I went over HDP, right? Yeah, I think so. SAEX had this crazy move, and honestly, I don't know what to think about this one. If you look at SAEX, I mean, this one is a former runner, but I mean, look at this stock. I mean, it closes at 1069, like basically 1070. And in after hours, it goes all the way up to $33. So over a 300% move, and then it comes right back down to 1185 where it's sitting now. And so I'm really curious to see what's going on with SAEX. I haven't looked up the news on this one yet, but I'm really curious to see what exactly is going on with this one, but we'll see. We'll have to look that one up in a minute. But yeah, also keeping an eye on AKRX. AKRX gapping up from 569 to 589, about 20 cents. Not the best volume. We'll see where this one goes as well. But still watching a few. NUGT, I think this is an ETF. Watching that one. YANG, watching that one. Some gapping down stocks, VTVT, VTGN, PIR, all gapping down, MNR, TRVN. So we have some down gappers here, but have a lot of up gappers as well. Good morning, Matthew. What's up, man? Marcus, good morning. John O, good morning. Joe, good morning. KC Mac. Morning, Bro Mac. Good morning. Yeah, GBR. I think GBR is a crypto stock, isn't it? I want to see a little bit more volume with this one, though, but it doesn't look bad. Waiting for my coffee to cool down some. I also have to change this donation thing. I've gotten more than that. And I got to update that. Good morning, Darren. Yeah, SAEX is like roulette. Yeah, I could see that. What's up, Sonic? How you been, brother? Um, yeah, so decent amount of movers again today. I mean, it looks like this is how the market is. It looks like the volume's finally back in the market, which is really good to see. Summer months were here, and the volume is just overall pretty slow, and so it's nice to see some volume back, some movement. Some people watching the market more. So good to see. And I'll have to look up the news in a second. SAEX wins 100 million marine project. Yeah, but I mean, look at it. I mean, if it had a good catalyst, something, the investors must have seen something that they didn't like, because I mean, this thing goes to 33, back down to 12 in extended hours. Yeah, no worries. Who get this? No worries, brother. But yeah, PTIE gapping down some too. So interesting day today, really. But a few I can't trade: IZEA, ARWR. Or no, I can trade ARWR, but IZEA I can't trade, and GBR I can't trade. There's a few. Let me look and see how many of these I can trade. I can pull up my trade manager here just so you guys can see if it's actually tradable or not. So CLDR is, AMRN is, GBR is not. So that's 1 out of 3. IGC is, CRON is, PTIE, that's 2 out of 5. 2 out of 6. 2 out of 7. 2 out of 8. 2 out of 9. I know there's a few that I want to trade that I can't though. SAEX, so 3 out of 9. Yeah, about 3 out of 9 are not tradable today for my watch list. There's a few other ones that I can't trade, but I really wasn't that interested in the other ones. 3 of the ones I really wanted to trade that I can't, but a majority of stocks are tradable today on TEFs, and so that's fine. CHK, yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. Yeah, YGYI looks interesting. It's not tradable. I mean, it's a new stock that previously had really low volume, and so I understand why this one's not. Some stocks, I think I've said it before, but the way they describe it is that if a stock has less than 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months, basically, if the stock has really low volume and then kind of comes out of nowhere and starts to run, most of the time it's not going to be tradable. Now, they do a decent job of adding it, like they recently added IGC and NBEV. But if the stock kind of starts pushing out of nowhere, most of the time it's not going to be tradable. IMPX. I mean, it's just not really my style. It's a little bit cheaper than I really like to trade, but it looks good. I mean, it had a big run yesterday right before the close. VTGN. Yeah, big gap down for VTGN. Watching it around this 175, 170 level. It bounced off of there before already. Kind of formed a low. And it's also right around where the high and, a little bit of resistance has been there previously. You also have LLY gapping up. HDP. Horton Works gapping up some, looks interesting. AKRX. Yeah, it looks interesting, Will. I'm not sure what's going on with that one either. I think it's a little kind of, it's a little interesting for sure why it's acting like it is. I don't know why. It went up to what? What did it go up to again? Went up to 33. It went from 10 to 33, so like over 300%, and then it came right back down to 12. So they must have seen something they didn't like. That's all I know. Something got them really hyped up. Something got investors really hyped up for it, and then they saw something they didn't like, or maybe it just started to kind of squeeze down. I don't know. But maybe it was a trader taking extremely large sizing, covering, or something. I don't know. But something happened. you know, which is interesting. Oh yeah, no worries, WL. No worries, Will. Hey, now I can call you by your first name, Will. You know, if you don't mind. I think it's easier than saying Valoris. USLV popping up on the scanners. And yeah, shout out to Trade Ideas for letting me stream these scans. I really do appreciate the fact that they let me screen these scans, and I'm really finding these scans useful. And so if anybody's interested in signing up to Trade Ideas, shout out to Trade Ideas for letting me stream their scans. But yeah, if anybody's interested in signing up to Trade Ideas, I'll go ahead and post that link here. Really awesome scanning software. The cool thing about it is that you can kind of customize your scans to fit your niche in the market. And so you can create high of the day scans, low of the day, you know, down gappers, up gappers, whatever you're looking for, really, you can create it, honestly. I know I have a few scans that I made for breaking out on volume. I have a new high scan that I don't really show people, but it's a new high with high average volume with penny stocks. So basically, when a stock makes a new daily high and it has like 2 or 3 times the average volume, it pops up on this scan. And so I remember creating that one a while back, but really customizable software, really cool software. So go check them out. It's Trade Ideas. I'll post that link here. All right, so let's look up the news. All right, so let me try to pull up my other computer. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so my computer's restarting, but I'll start looking it up in a second. So first one I'm looking up is CLDR. Looks interesting to see why it's moving like it is. Really curious to see what's going on with this. Probably one of my main watches today, which is CLDR. So yeah, it sounds like CLDR and HDP are actually having they announced a merger with each other. And both companies are up roughly 25%. The plan, which was approved by each board, the plan's basically Cloudera shareholders are going to own about 60% of the combined company, and Hortonworks are going to own about 40%. And so just to pull up Hortonworks, which is HDP, these two are merging with each other, and so that's interesting here. I'm gonna watch both of these to see what they do. Maybe a good pairs trade. Ultimately, really, I'm looking for it to fill some of this gap, depending on how much farther it drops before the open. I don't want it to really be extended on the downside by the time the open happens, and so really, I'd like to see it move up some, but we'll see where that goes. Yeah, it's a merger for both of these companies, Hortonworks and Cloudera, which is HDP and CLDR. What's up, Web Surfer? What's up, James? Good morning, man. Yeah, I'm vaping nicotine, John. Everybody always asks me that. Yeah, I'm vaping that VWAP 2.7. So sorry about that. Alright, so next one I'm looking at is AMRN. I really don't think anything new's out on this one. I think it had a conference yesterday. So yeah, AMRN. Like I said, I think they had a conference yesterday. It's a biotech company. And I think they presented somewhere at a conference or something like that yesterday. Let me make sure. Yeah, they presented. So AMRN, the reason it's up is because they presented at the Cantor Global Healthcare Conference just before noon yesterday. It was the first presentation the company made since its results from nearly 8,200 patient Reduce-It trial at the end of September. And so they presented at a conference yesterday. That's ultimately what's going on with AMRN. And it looks like it got shareholders excited. It's up from really roughly about, let's see, the conference was at about 11:30. And so yeah, you can see this big jump. This is when the conference started here. And you can see it just ran all the way up from about 1650 to 1918s. So we'll see where this one goes today as well. It looks interesting. Also, IGC starting to pull down some. Continues to wash. It's down to 740 now. We'll see where this one. We'll see where this one goes. Barnes and Noble is up some. BKS Barnes and Noble looks interesting. Yeah, I mean, to set a stop loss masher on TEFs, all you have to do is, for instance, you just go to stop. And so I type in my stop price. For instance, let me just use Barnes & Noble right now as an example. You can see Barnes & Noble's at 670. If I want to go long, but set a 10-cent stop loss, I can set my stop at, I can go down to stop. Under type, I can go to stop, and then I can go to 660. You know, and then I just click sell because I want to sell it if it gets to 660. Now, if I'm going short and I want to set a 10-cent stop loss and the stock was at 670, I would set the stop loss at 680. And then instead of clicking sell, I would click buy because whenever you're covering out of a short position on TEFs, you click buy instead of sell. For a trailing stop, you would just set it... you know, say I wanted to get in Barnes & Noble, but I wanted to set a trailing stop that follows at 10 cents. I can just set 10 cents, you know, and then I just click sell. And so that way, if it ever goes past 10 cents, regardless of whether the stock is, you know, with a trailing stop, then, you know, it'll stop me out. And so I hope that makes sense. I try to do it in the easiest way to understand, but let me know if you're still confused with it, man. Alright, so like I said, next one I'm looking up is Barnes & Noble BKS. It's at 674 now. Let's see why stocks, the shares are jumping in Barnes & Noble. Alright, so it sounds like Barnes & Noble is basically up after news of a potential sale. So yeah, it's drawing interest from possible acquirers. They basically see potential in the company. So stocks or shares are up to 674, about 24%. Whoa, that is way too loud. I apologize for that, guys. I gotta turn the volume down. Usually I have headphones in because Mitch is, I'm listening to Mitch. Appreciate the subways. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was way too loud. Anyways. So yeah, basically. Alright, here we got Mitch. Hold on, let me put in my headphones really quick before I answer it. Yo, what's up, brother?
I'm gonna do a little quick trading session.
Okay.
Just if you want, you can keep me muted for right now until I get home. I'll let you know when I'm in.
All right. Well, you're unmuted now, but I'll go ahead and mute you. So yeah, Mitch, you guys heard that. Mitch is gonna be back in a few minutes, so I'll just keep him muted for now. All right. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have Mitch in the stream today. So he's on his way home now. But yeah, Barnes & Noble's news of a possible, some people may be interested in acquiring Barnes & Noble's. And so that's what's going on with that one. Let's see what else we got here. We have AKRX, which is another one I'm interested in. AKRX gapping up from 569 to 592. Let's see. Try to look up to see what this one's doing. AKRX is Acorn. Alright, so I'm not really seeing any news for AKRX here. If you know any reason why AKRX is gapping up, something is saying it. Yeah, so this is what it's talking about. So news came out about why. Look at this wash on Acorn, man. Just a brutal drop. Look at this. It's dropped down from $13 all the way to $5.90s. Really lower than that, 560s at the bell. And that it's probably just rebounding some from this massive drop, and that's probably why it's up some. So we'll see where this one goes today as well. A few now for the big one is SAEX. And now this one, like I said, this one's pretty crazy here. You know, it closed yesterday at 1070 or 1069, and it went all the way up to $33.80, almost $34. So over 300%. And then it dropped all the way back down to 1260s. And so I don't know what's going on with SAEX, but something's happening. So yeah, I jumped 37% at 1475 in after hours, but it went way higher than that. I don't know why nobody's touching on that. So yeah, I won a new marine project worth $100 million for a major national oil company. So that's why it ran up. But I feel like something happened. There's got to be something going on with SAEX. You know, it just doesn't make sense. You know, NEPT, TI. Just looking at a few things that are popping up on my scanners here. UAVS. MNGA. Whoa. Yeah, crazy move here. I don't think, no, it's not up 125% for MNGA. It's up almost 100%. You know, it was down to 30 cents. If it goes from 30 to 60, it's 100%. But it's still a big move. It's too cheap for me though. I just don't like trading stocks this cheap. But you know, it is a pretty big move. Something to consider. BILI. Yeah, that's what I was watching yesterday. I'll keep an eye on it today. See if it has like a second day fade or something like that. But it doesn't look bad either. Okay, so they have depth. You're in at 1330. Good luck, brother. Good luck, man. I hope it works out for you. You know, it's got some room on the upside now, that's for sure. But we'll see where it goes. But, I mean, it's just a crazy move for SAEX. Good morning, Tiny. Good morning, good morning. Alright, so what's the other one I'm looking at? IZEA. IZEA up from 155 to 223. Looks interesting here. I like the defined support it has in pre-market. Let's see. Oh wait, I just looked up. No, I need IZEA. I looked up SAEX again. So higher quarterly bookings. So good quarter 3 bookings. of 9.5 million for IZEA. That's why it's up. So good earnings, good Q3 bookings. So that's a legitimate catalyst. We'll see where IZEA goes again today as well. Good morning, guys. Let's see. Let me catch back up. All right, good too. It made sense, Smasher. Good, brother. I'll tell you. Hold on one second. Cool. I'll get to you in a second, man. What's up, James? Hey, appreciate it, T. Get money. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. Hey, we try, brother. We try. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Eob. Web Surfer, Outsiders. Good morning, Daniel, Manny. What's up, brother? Maria. Good morning. How's Mr. Drama? How's my son? My son's good, man. He's still Mr. Drama. He's still being dramatic and causing a fuss. Honestly, it's kind of funny. I have like 20 Hot Wheel cars piled up next to my computer right now because my son woke up 2 times last night and woke us up again. And so we told him if he woke us up over and over again that we would that he couldn't play with cars this morning. And so I have like a big pile of Hot Wheel cars next to my computer. He was pretty good about it though. Like he, at this point, you know, they say if you do something for over 20 days straight, it becomes a habit. And I think my son is like his clock automatically wakes him up at like 3 a.m. You know, and we've tried everything. We've tried to put him to bed late at like 9 o'clock for a 4-year-old. Still wakes up. We've tried, you know, positive conditioning or positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, you know, whatever you think of. We tried it. So I think his internal clock just wakes him up at the wee hours of the morning now. We got to figure out what to do. I made a deal with my wife, though, that if she wakes up with him at night on the weekdays, since I have to do this stream, then I'll wake up with him if he wakes up at night on the weekends. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But all right, but yeah, I'm really liking the market right now, though. We got a lot of options today. Yeah, NBEV. I don't know why I don't have NBEV up. New Age Beverages. I can remember this one. But yeah, it's gapping up nicely as well. Let's look at the 5-day. So the highs of the last few days are right around $10. Gonna look and watch that level. See if it can break it. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. Yeah, I love trading. I'd get up no matter what, but yeah, it's frustrating for sure. Right, 100%, John. That was kind of my plan, man. I might start playing with them during trading hours, you know, kind of calm me down a little bit. But yeah, no, NBEV is shortable. What did I do with the trade manager? What did I do with it? I know I have it up. Let me see. Uh-oh. What did I do with the trade manager, man? There it is. Okay. Yeah, but NVEV is shortable. At least it was yesterday. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I can trade NBEV. I can short it if need be. Yo. Alright, guys, we got Mitch here. Alright, so you're going to trade with us today, huh, bro?
Oh, yeah, man. A little quick boy. But I'm looking good, man. I'm excited. I've had an awesome week this week. I'm up over $300, about $350 for the week. Had a great day on Tuesday. Kept trading and made about $243. So
Good work,
I'm ready
brother.
to just go ahead and continue this good week. Try to get to 400 this week.
Another one to watch is KNDI. But yeah, I think 400 is definitely reasonable to get to, brother. So I think you got it, man.
I just gotta be smart, continue to this strategy, and just keep working on executing. That's really where it's at.
Anyone on PTIE? PTIE, let me see. No, this one's not tradable for me, so I can't. But it looked good yesterday.
What's up with the weed stocks?
Some of them are up, some of them are down.
Perfect. I'll be looking for Kron to get underneath that breakdown that it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, IGC is down. Kron is about break even, really. TLRY is down some. NBEV is up. And so it just depends, FRLF. What's up, Eric? Good morning, man. Yeah, FRLF is up huge. Yeah, up over 100%. I know this one's not tradable. The biggest thing with TradeNet is that most of the penny stocks aren't tradable, and that's fine. I don't trade. I mean, it depends on what you define as a penny stock, but most of the stocks under $2 aren't tradable. But AMRN up a decent amount. NBEV up. Barnes & Noble, BKS up. CLDR and HDP are merging, and so they're both up. SPWR starting to make some moves here as well. Low volume though, had a big down day yesterday, may just be bouncing back from that.
What's going on, Mr. Eric? How you doing, man?
There you go. All right, so STZ. Depending on if you like these expensive stocks, STZ is gapping up nicely there. DTEA. Yeah, DTEA. I mean, if it breaks under 290 is what I like for DTEA. It's not tradable for me, so I'm not going to be able to trade it no matter what. But it did have, it does have very, very obvious support at 290. Like, if you look at the chart, super obvious support at 290. It just keeps bouncing off of that level down here. So, interesting to watch. Shorting BKS at the bell. Barnes & Noble. Yeah, I think it'll probably come back down. I think Barnes & Noble, I think it's listen, don't get me wrong, I love books. I used to sell books, and I still sell books on Amazon. But I guess that may make me a little bit more biased towards it, but I think Barnes & Noble is ultimately going to be obsolete unless it transitions over to a fully online store. I think at a certain point, I think some people are always going to like going to brick and mortar stores, but I think ultimately it's going to, I think Barnes & Noble is obsolete at this point, especially considering what Amazon's been doing, so, All right, we got about 4 minutes left, about 4.5 minutes left. So yeah, let me just try to get in good trades yesterday. One thing I've been doing well with is identifying good setups. The problem I've been having is not necessarily following through with those good setups, and so that's something I got to work on. Trading's a constant evolution and a constant journey, and so that's the biggest thing I need to work on is, trying to follow my plan. Right, exactly, cool. They need to transition to something. I know when I go to Barnes & Noble, my kids love running around the kids section, playing with all the stuff, hanging out. I know they have the little restaurant in there, like the little coffee shop, and so I think people are always going to like that, but I think ultimately their sales are going to suffer, and, they're going to have to figure something out. They're going to have to transition to something. My thoughts on IPOs. I generally masher. I usually try to stay away from IPOs, especially on the first day. If it's the second or third day, I may watch it, but generally I try to stay away from them on the first day, just because they're a little bit unpredictable. They're a little bit overcrowded and unpredictable on the first day. Like, and that's it. That's when I say that, I'm talking about day trading. Specifically day trading, like swing trading. We'll see. I'm gonna watch VKTX as well. SIR. Yeah, I didn't even notice this one. Yeah, I could watch this one for sure. I mean, it had a big... I'm definitely more long biased with it, depending on what the news is, really, is the important thing. It's not tradable for me, though, unfortunately. That's strange. Usually stocks like this are tradable. I don't know why this one's not. Let me look at the previous volume. I guess it's one of those outliers that's just not tradable. Alright, but we got about 2.5 minutes. But yeah, shout out to Trade Ideas again for allowing me to stream their scans. Really awesome scanning software, really customizable. That's easily my favorite thing about them. You can see my up and down gappers, but I'm about to switch over to my daily gappers for after the bell. And so you can see I have a few high of the day and stuff like that. And so gonna pull these up. But yeah, really awesome scanning software. Can do a lot of really cool stuff. Really customizable, regardless of what your niche is in trading. You can most likely build a scan for it and kind of identify good setups with it. And so I'll go ahead and post that link here. They have different packages, the people of the book. But the one I paid for, I think it's $118 a month. I mean, Eric, I'm long biased in a lot of ways, bro. Like, here's the thing, and this is something like if like Mitch and I are starting the classes Monday of next week, and the first class is going to be on identifying good stocks. And one of the things I really look for is overextension on either side, right? And so if you look at SIR, I'm definitely long biased with it just because it had this huge drop and it's gapping down. And so when I see a stock like that, I think the momentum is going to be on the upside, And that's kind of my mentality with it. And so since it's down so much yesterday and today in pre, I got to be long biased with it. I'm not going to be short biased. I mean, it could easily push down. One thing I've realized is that you never really know in stocks, but, you can only try to speculate, and that's what I speculate on is the overextension level. That's why I like shorting these big gappers. There's the bell.
IZEA pushing up there a little bit.
Yeah, it's not tradable, unfortunately.
Oh, that's perfect. MBEV.
Alright, so looking at AKRX. Appreciate the sub, Chris. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, looking at AKRX, big drop here. Gotta wait a little bit though. But big drop on AKRX. That's kind of what I look for. AMRN spiking up some. And then washing all the way back down. Interesting here. But yeah, look at AKRX kind of fill this gap. I don't really like it anymore. It's too much. It's too big of a drop. BKS spiking up, kind of going towards that high of the day. BKS just broke the pre-market high, and CLDR washing some here.
BXRT going off on the high day momentum, and MBEV getting some good strength there, guys, at the open.
Look at VKTX here, Mitch.
Need to see a little bit more of this stock. I haven't really seen the chart.
On VKTX?
Yeah.
I feel you.
I think I could try 16s again. Not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
All right.
We got AMRN dropping.
I want to see what happens to IGC when it gets up there to 760s.
Keeping an eye on CLDR and HDP here. WMLP popping up on the high of the day scanner.
Yeah, I'm liking that daily chart, guys. On the long side, guys, you guys should definitely like this chart.
On WMLP?
Yeah, it's above 241, which is the daily resistance. Next stop is 267. 267,
yeah, I'm gonna jump
and
in
after that, there's some pretty good
CLDR
gap.
right here. Possibly.
I don't think this one's tradable for me.
WMLP.
Yeah. Yeah, not tradable, but definitely I'd be looking at this one.
I'm really watching CLDR right here. Torn on whether I want to get into it or not. I don't know if I really like that move, just because I don't know if the risk to reward is quite there yet for this one. I would have to set my risk at the high of the day, which I'm always a little bit nervous about. But it doesn't look too bad. AMRN washout long spiking up.
Yo, Ogen is such a crappy company. Oh, look at this one. Going right back down. PTIE going right back down. Came up on daily and just smacked.
Yeah, this is the only thing I didn't like about CLDR was that I would have to set my risk as the high of the day, and there it goes, it just breaks, and I think that's inherently risky. I think a lot of the times stocks just start to run. Once they break that high of the day, it turns into a washout long, and so glad I didn't take it. At this point, I'm looking at AKRX. Well, what's up, the best? Good morning, man. Let me know if you see anything washing out a little bit more. I see PTIE, but it's not tradable. And I'm looking for the washout long or the fade, but I'm not really seeing too much there.
See maybe a BWAP bounce here for MBEV.
Also kind of looking at one on AMRN if it pulls back there. I mean, the good thing about it is on NBV is that the risk is very defined at 875. Whether it's going to actually bounce doesn't look great for me, but the risk is super defined, and so it'd probably be a good risk-reward trade. But
that's why I usually like to let it bounce first. Let the green candle come.
Maybe a bounce on IGC. Solid risk. If you look at IGC here. risk would be at 32s. So you get in at 42s, 10-cent risk. Reward is at least up to 64. So solid risk reward there. Hey, nice job, Missouri. Yeah, there's AMRN for that VWAP balance. It didn't quite get under that level like I was looking for, but it didn't look bad.
Look at FEYE.
I've seen that one move before.
Just not tradable.
Oh, man. It faded nicely, though. But yeah, there's the bounce on AMRN. I'm kind of looking at AKRX here.
All right, there's MBEV going down. Might look for a bounce here to VWAP here, guys. Turned over there pretty hard there, guys. Dang, that thing turned over. Way too fast for me. Not giving me a chance.
For which one?
MBEV. That thing just started tanking down hard.
Man, look at that drop. Still got a little bit of time to fade off the VWAP. HDP may be a VWAP bounce. Kind of looking at that one, and I'm still watching AKRX here, see if it could squeeze back up to this 74 level. MNK. Yeah, MNK doesn't look bad. If it can squeeze back up to that VWAP level. The thing about it is the risk might not be great. It'd be about a 20-cent risk. Doesn't look too bad. I'll watch it. Hey, profit's profit, Rel. Nice work, brother. Yeah, looking at MBEV.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it here, but I just want it in the 70s. I need to get it closer to the VWAP. I respect the strategy and know that getting in here is not according to the strategy. Regardless if it looks good, if it's not according to my strategy, I'm not going to be trading it, guys. VKTX there by the VWAP. Not the worst one.
VKTX. Yeah, I was watching this one earlier. I don't really mind it. It just needs more volume. That's the only thing about it, is that the volume's just really low. Plus, risk might have to be up to that 590s or 1590s, and so for that, I don't know if I really trust it as much. Right, money's money, Missouri. Exactly, brother. I appreciate the sub, Clarice. Welcome, appreciate it. Just try to be patient with some of these. Watching VKTX, AKRX, and NBEV at this point, but not seeing any big washes like I really want to see. Maybe on NBEV, if it pulls back there. Have a solid risk of around $9, maybe a little bit lower than that. I appreciate the sub, Clayton. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. BILI. Yeah, BILI. I like that big support level it has at 1420s too, if it can get up there. There's NBEV. NBEV's right there.
Yeah, I'm giving it a little bit more room. I'm seeing a whole bunch of volume in there. Still letting it give it a little more push here.
Look at Barnes and Noble, BKS. It's still kind of just consolidating around there. Around 7. Had a lot of resistance there. See if you can break. This is Taft's, James. But yeah, we're getting some haters in the chat. I'm not even gonna start acknowledging the haters. I'm just gonna immediately, if they've never said anything positive, then I'm just gonna start just banning them. You know what I mean? Just hiding them from the channel. I think that's the better approach. I think if I give them attention, they're gonna start doing it more. So, looking at VKTX pretty closely here.
Watching Kron. There, it just broke down a little bit, but it's not really a breakdown unless it gets down through the 1040. We did get a little bit of a flag, kind of like a head and shoulders. So what I would want to see here is a bounce actually to 55. Reject that 55 there, guys.
I'm looking to possibly get in VKTX here.
Get an MBEV 78s now.
Yeah, risk could be at 92, so a pretty tight risk for that one. I'm looking at VKTX with a risk of 1586 as well. Have to be a tight risk level, but it's possible. NBEV, wash it pushing up.
All right, I got 300 shares short there at 81, risking off a 90. All right, guys, I'm short there. You guys, MBEV at 81s, guys.
I'm waiting for VKTX right here. The tight risk of 86. Oof. Tried to jump in, it dropped too quickly and it didn't fill me. We'll see if it gives me another bounce.
All right, putting some to cover out right here, guys. Boom, covered 200 shares there, guys.
Nice work, brother.
Looking to add back up at the VWAP, guys. Looking to add those shares back up. As long as it doesn't get above 84 here, guys, I'm going to add those shares right back in there.
It hurts, man. I tried to get in VKTX at 1578 and didn't get filled, but that's fine. Just gonna stay patient. BILI pushing up here as well. Watching BILI. Risk for BILI would be at about 24, so about a 13-cent risk.
Just gotta watch that it doesn't get above 90s here, guys. We don't really want it even above these 85s here. We want it to reject here, and then I can go ahead and hammer down on it. IGC and Kron are starting to look a lot better. IGC maybe looking a little bit better than Kron, just to put it out there.
You're at NBEV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've already taken $32 from this trade. Just want to see it push to 80 and reject 81 last time, guys, and then I'm going to hammer down on it with 200 shares.
Alright, so I'm in BILI with 100 here. Hey, appreciate the $20 super chat, Paul and Lisa. Appreciate it.
LEDs, guys, going off on the momentum scanner. MBEV looking great, guys, looking great there.
Hey, but that's huge, man. $20, man. I really, really appreciate that, guys. Really, really appreciate the $20 donor. Yeah, Eric. That's huge, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I shouldn't say guys. You all, I really appreciate it, Paul and Lisa. Thank you very much. That's huge. Means a lot. Really appreciate the support.
Share my screen with you, so whenever you want to show them the trade, you could show them the trade.
Okay,
I'm down the 50s there, guys. Looking for this move to 47 here, guys.
I'm in BILI at this point. NBEV looks beautiful for you, though, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Next stop here, guys, is 51.
But yeah, it really means a lot, Paul and Lisa. Thank you very much. That's awesome. That's Mitch Clayton. Hey, what's up, insurance? Hey, brother, I never heard from you, man. I never heard from you yesterday, insurance. Watching AKRX here as well. All right, we got down to 7. Want to see BILI wash a little bit bigger here, under 14 preferably. Man, kind of kicking myself for not taking VKTX there. Almost took it. Really almost took that one. Looked good for the fade.
Yep, looking to take some profit there, guys. It bounced off that support there, guys. So I'm gonna take a little profit if it comes back to 58. Didn't let me there. It just bounced really quickly. So I'm looking for more in my ad now, guys. As long as it stays underneath this 83, guys, I can go ahead and have my ad there. I'm in at 81, guys, near the top there, guys. So I'm relaxed. I've already paid myself $32. Was gonna take $15 off there, and was thinking about adding the whole shares right back, guys. It would have been a good take, and that's why I definitely think I should have taken it just a little bit off there on the speed.
All right, so I'm in BILI. It's starting to drop. I really want to see the ask get under 14, and that's where it's at now. So it's testing 14 here. I want to see the ask get under that. That's kind of the big level here is 14. And so entries around 14.10. Want to see a bigger drop here. Going to give it a little bit of time. Try to let it go to my levels, but I do want to see it hold under
guys.
14.
Above 83s and 84s, I'm out.
All right, so I just took a partial with 50 shares.
Hey guys, that's how you trade, guys. That's how you trade, guys. Was able to get out there and still keep my green trade, guys, up $26 on the trade, even though NBEV turned around on me and I saw the shares. As soon as I saw the respected, disciplined, already designed wrist, which was 84, I saw 85s pop in there. I got out, guys. I was able to take my profit and still stay in this trade. It was a great trade. I do think I should have been able to take some profit there at 51. I didn't have the order out there. I called the level, so I'm a little bit upset there, but it was a really, really quick turnaround on this stock, and it's back up there, back at the testing the daily highs, and it got really shorted up here last time. So what I'm looking for is to see the share size that's going in here and see if there's just a big short.
All right, so I'm in BILI trying to see it
Look
hold.
at that push, 10,000 shares there at 9. Either someone's shorting it here at the top, guys,
Yeah, let me pull up
or
NBEV.
there's bigger traders in here that have a big size position in this trade. Be careful. If this gets above 9, guys, it could rip.
Yeah, that's it. I think the bear trend is done for that one. But nice trade though, brother. That's the beautiful thing about the fade is that if you take your partials where you should, you could still get out with a green trade even if it reverses on you.
Yeah, I should have captured a little bit more. That's what I always say, guys. I always judge my trades not only on the strategy, but also execution of the strategy. And my execution on there was I'd give myself about a 90%. There's that 10% that could have made a little bit more. But I'll go ahead and I'll let it go and just focus in on the next stock, guys. I'm looking right
I'm
here
out.
at Kron. Looking at Kron, guys, to see if it's going to reject or not.
Tiny gain, but I don't want to see this one get squeezed up, and the volume's not looking that great. At this point, I'm looking at AKRX. AKRX is right around the VWAP, possibly going to fade off of it. Going to keep an eye on this one. Risk level could be at 75 if I take 200 shares for AKRX. But yeah, there goes NBEV squeezing up. That's why I thought the bear trend was done. I think we lost Mitch, unless he's muted. Mitch, you there, brother? Where you at, man? Yeah, I think we lost Mitch. Let me hang up, give him a call back. Sounds like we lost Mitch, but he'll call back once he gets it working. But yeah, I got out for an 850 gain. Like I said, after the last week or two, I'm just trying to put a green week together, build my confidence up a little bit more. So far this week, I haven't had a losing day in gross profits. Monday was a break-even day. In gross profits, I literally ended after 2 trades at $0 down. And so I was happy with that. There's Mitch. Hey, what's up, brother? What happened, man?
All right, I'm back. I've been having internet issues, guys. I'm kind of even on the iffy if I'm going to keep trading, I don't want to definitely risk some profits because of the internet. I do have the internet guys coming out here, Spectrum. I'm supposed to be out here around 4 o'clock to take a look at this. I mean, I have amazing speed, but for some reason my ping keeps going down.
Right, for sure.
But I was glad that you guys were able to see that trade. That's one of those trades that is even better than me just winning and showing you guys a massive win.
Here, share your screen up real quick, Mitch. I didn't have it up. I was in the middle of a trade, so I didn't have yours up, but I can share your screen real quick.
Yeah, I got you guys.
So yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the fade, though, is that if you take profits, if you take a partial where you should, even if it squeezes up like NBEV did, you're still protected, and it's still either a break-even trade or a green trade. And so that's the beautiful thing about it, and that's what we love about the setup, is that it's really good risk to reward. If you take a partial around the low like Mitch did, you know what I mean? You can hugely take advantage of the good risk to reward, and it works. You know what I mean?
So I want you guys to see exactly how I went into this trade too.
You got to share your screen, bro.
Yeah, I had to reshare.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, let me reshare it. I got you.
That's the Skype call music.
All right, guys. I'm watching NBEV here, guys. All right, so I knew that after this fail, I wanted it to come back to the VWAP. I was not going to get in it unless it got to the VWAP, guys. Even when it made this move here, yeah, it looked all beautiful and everything, but that's not – you can't judge this. Now this, when it comes to the VWAP, as soon as it got to the VWAP, I started my position. I had a feeling it was going to test this up here, this resistance here, this 890. That's where I was running my risk based off of. And so what I did was I started a 100 position and was looking to add in the 80s. But if it just ripped to 90, I was going to get out on that 100 position. So when it approached those 80s, I was able to get an ad there at 77 and 83. 83 gave me an average of 81. So I had an average right here, guys, and able to risk right there 9 cents off of that 90 right there. And the real key that I look for, guys, is for it to, you have to get in at least on VWAP. Because when you get in down here, guys, you really, really put yourself in a stressful situation.
Yes, sir.
When this stock tries to get to that resistance. There's a reason why you're basing your risk off of that resistance, and that's why you're going to go ahead and try to get an entry closer to that resistance. It has to at least be VWAP, but I think somewhere in this area is where you want to be.
Right.
77 I think is the very least entry, or the very lowest entry I think you could have got in there and still been risking 13 cents.
Right.
So
the VWAP fade
was good there.
Yeah, the VWAP fade typically gives you really good risk to reward. And when I back tested the VWAP fade, that was one of the things I noticed about it, was that most of the time the risk to reward is on point. Okay, but you have to take advantage of that risk to reward, like Mitch is saying. One of the things I do wrong,
guys, you guys are getting another kill of the candles. You guys seeing how MBEV is going up and down, up and down. So the real key, guys, is the volume that's coming in here. Let me fix this because I had to restart my programs. So this is why I use the time and sales, guys, to really find out where the volume is, because I don't really care about all these little shares that are going through there, guys. Stop paying attention to the 100 shares, 5 shares. These don't matter, guys. It's all about these big boys. Anything over 2,000 shares, I definitely know about, and I want to continue knowing about, guys. So another thing is why I wanted to take profit there at 51, guys, is important levels, guys. This is exactly what we teach in our classes, guys, is that we want to take profit off support. Pre-market support was right there off of 51. That's where I was basing my exit off of. That's exactly where it bounced. And all I needed this to do was reject 80 here and come back down here, and I was going to add my sizing right back for this breakdown through 51, and then the next profit is 40 or 37, 38 right here, the daily low. So attack those supports, try to get in on those resistance when you're shorting, and if you're going long, think about it the other way. Attack those pullbacks, try to get in on those red candles and get that quick instant green, and that's really how you trade. A lot of people try to get in on the candle that is kind of the same as their trade, a red candle and they're short, or a green candle and they're long. I actually suggest the opposite way. You have to learn how to really take your risk, and as the green approaches and the strength goes into you, you short into strength, and as you long as it pulls back, guys. A good example is here with MBEV. This is kind of like a VWAP bounce. A lot of times there is a nice trading strategy, which is 2 times breaking the VWAP and then getting long. So right now this stock is in between, guys. One of the key things that I look for stocks that are in between is pull the 15-minute chart, see if it's breaking the range. If it's staying within that range, it's still range bound, and you can just leave it alone until you see it finally decide which way it wants to head.
100%. And like I was saying, what Mitch was saying about getting in at the right time, like if you get in too early, the risk to reward's not there.
I missed this, guys. Remember I said Kron back up to the VWAP. That's looking nice now, guys. There's a lot of accumulation right here, guys. A lot of volume down here at these 40s. So anywhere in this 50s, you can risk right above here, 57, 60, and it's not a bad risk, guys. I honestly wish I was able to get in there around 1050. I would have liked that trade, and I'd be looking good right now. All I need right now is a big seller to come in here and knock this down through the 40s.
Yeah, that he doesn't mean to, Mike. It's just he just feels like he needs to say what he's gonna say, and I get that. I really do. But no, like I was saying, please don't cut me off this time, Mitch. But no, what I was saying was that it's important because the VWAP fade typically has really good risk to reward, and so it's important to get in at your levels around the VWAP, because if you don't, then the risk to reward's not there, and you're not actually going to take advantage of the risk to reward. But if you get in right around where you're supposed to and take profits when you're supposed to, it makes your risk to reward much more valid. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the key things, is that you have to follow your levels. And that's something that I might not even do the best sometimes. But it's important because if you follow your levels, the risk to reward is there. You know what I mean? Yeah, no worries, Mike. No, Mitch and I are partners, brother. I get it. I cut him off sometimes too. So it's no stress, brother. Like whenever what he's trying to say is important. And so he's not doing it intentionally. So don't worry about it, brother. Like he's my partner in this, man. And we support each other, And so, no stress. You there, Mitch?
Oh, I'm here. I'm watching, trying to another trade and get on out of here, guys.
I think your internet's going out on you, bro.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
All right, so I got out for a tiny gain. I'll take it. I really didn't see too much I liked. BILI ended up having another VWAP fade in the process, and I could have held through it, but I didn't see too much I liked today, and so had to get out around the support and just get out for a small gain. But Mitch, have you had a red day this week?
No, I have not.
Yeah, me neither.
I've honestly not had a red trade this week. I'm 6 for 6.
Damn, nice work, bro. Yeah, I've had
6 for 6.
I've had some red trades, but Monday I ended at break even, literally $0 on my P&L. Tuesday had a green day. Yesterday I had a green day, and then today's I've had a green day. And so no losing days yet this week. Hopefully I can finish it out strong tomorrow and have 4 out of 5 profitable days, 1 break even day. We'll see if it works. The VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. Yeah, volume's really important, really, actually. Mitch can probably explain the volume aspect of it a little bit better than I can, but volume does play a large factor. The biggest thing with the fade is that the volume has to be there. Like, the stock has to have decent volume that day, because if not, it's not going to have the momentum to head back down. If it doesn't have good volume, it's really easy to get squeezed up and turn into a losing trade. And so volume is a key factor in all of it, is that people have to be trading it. That's anything with technical analysis. Volume's important, just because it's all a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, the only reason TA works is because other people think it works.
There you go. I like, guys.
You're breaking up, brother.
There.
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back, Mitch.
Back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, Mitch's internet's been giving him trouble. Here, I'll call him.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? Okay, yeah, you're good now, bro. Yeah, of course you can, Mike. Yeah, you can share with us, brother. Yeah, no stress, man. You can share with us. Yeah, let us know, man. We want to hear it, really. But yeah, shout out again to, let me look back on, shout out again to Paul and Lisa for that $20 dono. Appreciate it, guys. Really means a lot. Really appreciate the support, and it's good to see that people appreciate the content we're putting out there for free. So glad you like the site. But yeah, I really appreciate it.
All right, where's the pre-market support in this stock, guys? And Kron, where's the pre-market support, guys?
For which one? CRON?
Mm-hmm. Where would you find the pre-market support at, guys?
I already drew it, 1050.
That's exactly where it's heading to.
Yep. That's the big move to watch, is 1050.
Yep. I want it to push really hard to 1050, reject off of 1051 maybe, just a little bit above there, 52. Not get to those 1055s. If it gets to those 1055s, it's a little bit uneasy of a short. but just a little bit above with a hard rejection, and you could get in on this looking for this breakdown of this 40s down here. Remember, guys, you got to risk a tight risk on this one. If you do get in, I say risk about 5 to 6 cents on this one, so that you're looking for a 10 to 12 cent gain
ACST on
on the.
on CRON, right? Yeah, look at ACST popping up on the scanners. But yeah, CRON, I like it. You could either set your risk at really 10.57, 10.56 for a 5 or 6 cent risk if it gets up there. But yeah, BILI made a nice move, and you know the important thing is that it was a green trade. I'm kind of kicking myself for this one too. It followed, you know, and this is something that I really need to work on. And this is what, you know, when people hate on us for offering our classes, you know what I mean? Mitch and I really aren't trying to act like experts. We're just trying to expedite people's learning process. And I think, you know, considering that Mitch and I have both had almost a perfect week for both of us, you know, all documented and traded live, I do think we're in the position to be able to do that. There's also a sale going on for our packages, guys, until classes start on the 8th. And so instead of $40, it's 50% off for $20. And I'll go ahead and post that link now if you're interested. But yeah, if you want to know the strategies we use, go check out our website. Mitch and I worked really hard on creating this website. And, you know, even if you don't want to be, you know, even if you aren't a customer or anything like that, we have a free strategy section. So if you look at our strategy section, there's short patterns, which is definitely the most content in the site, is the short section. We kind of walk you through what we look for with the patterns we trade. And, you know, we have videos, graphs, and lots of other stuff. There's a long section as well as a, you know, strategy video section. But we also have broker reviews kind of going over the different brokers that we've traded on. At this point, they're all no PDT brokers, so brokers that allow you to trade you know, without following the pattern day trading rule. And we try to be as honest as possible about these as well. But if you are interested, Mitch and I are starting classes on the 8th of October, and it's really, at this point, it's $20 until the classes start for 20 group mentoring classes and sessions. So if you think about it, that's $1 a class. You know what I mean? And so we're not trying to act like gurus or experts. We still have stuff we have to work on with our own trading. But what we're really trying to do is just expedite the learning process and build a community. You know what I mean? And so if you're interested, go check those out. And, you know, we hope you appreciate our site. We worked really hard on it. So appreciate all the love we've been getting from it.
Yep. All right, guys. So this is the move that I'm expecting from Kron. Here it's going to come and try to test that breakout. Try to squeeze some shorts out, and then I want to see it hard reject, and then you could get in there for a breakdown of that 1040 here. If I'm going to do this trade, I'm going to do this trade really quick, guys. I got to get back to work. I'm already up for the day, so I definitely going to do a little short risk here if this does reject there in the 50s. As you see, it kind of gets up there, guys, and a lot of people would say to nail it there, guys, but what happens is you get into the fake outs, you know. You short there at 45, 44, and then if it bounces to 1050, you already feel the pressure. And then it gets to 1055, you risk 10 cents instead of like 5 cents on this trade for a potential 5 cent down move. That's what I mean by risk to reward, guys. You got to know that if you're going to do this trade, it needs to follow the strategy almost to a key. You know, if it's not following it, then just let it go, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of the biggest things you can learn to do is learn to let stocks go. They move every single day, guys. Every single day we're going to have an opportunity to make money.
Exactly.
But if that's your focus and your intentions, then most of the times you're not going to be able to make money out of the market because the pressures alone are going to be able to get to you. And this does one thing. And one thing only, it takes you away from being able to execute your strategy.
Exactly. There was also a bunch of good bounces today. So the VWAP bounce is a setup that I've currently been back testing, and I do include it on the site, so it's in the strategy section of our site. But I've noticed a lot of the VWAP bounces today. Specifically, AMRN had a really nice bounce right around the open. You can see this beautiful bounce here. And one of the conditions for this setup that I'm noticing is when it crosses over the VWAP at the open. So like a lot of times the stock will open up around the VWAP or under it. and then it crosses over the VWAP like you can see AMRN doing here, pulls back to the VWAP, and then bounces. And you can see, look at that move, just a beautiful move up. And the VWAP bounce is something I'm still getting comfortable with trading just because I'm mostly used to shorting stocks. But it's definitely a valid setup at this point, and it's one I've been watching more and more. It even did it again right here, but the important thing is it's solid risk to reward most of the time with these setups.
Guys, I would really watch NBEV and CRON. Those are the two best possibilities for trades, I think, right now in the market. NBEV should hold a $9 support there and get above that resistance, which is up there at 9.29. If it curls here or gets smacked down, doesn't get above that 9.23, it's probably going to come down all the way right back down to that range. So you want to keep watching it, see if it's going to go long. If it doesn't, then just determine it, get confirmation from the time and sales, and that's how you go ahead and plan your trade. Kron is doing that little push here, guys. I'm probably not going to take this trade because if I do take this trade, guys, it's probably going to be like a nice 20-minute, 30-minute trade, and I'm just not going to be here long enough to take this trade, guys. So I definitely wanted to put the idea out there. It probably will work. I'm almost 95% positive as long as you go ahead and you base your risk to reward based on these heights right here at 55. And anything above 57, you immediately get out. What you want to see is a rejection of the VWAP, guys. It hasn't even touched VWAP, so let it touch there, accumulate some volume, reject it, and then you can go ahead and base your trade. The moment you see a red candle, that's when I would go ahead and look to get in there. Anything below this, and you'll get squeezed up to 52, 55, and be in that uncomfortable range.
Right, 100%, man. I like it. It has so much resistance above it now, and that's the beautiful thing about it, is that you can see all the resistance right around the $0.50. So if it gets up there and gets rejected, it looks good. It also has lots of resistance, and that's really the key thing, is just looking for lots of resistance above it. There's at 55, there's some at 57, and so that's the key thing here, and I think that's what Mitch is noticing.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and probably get on out of here, guys, but I really look forward to seeing some of you guys in the classes next week, and really be able to really help you guys extend and just better execute your strategy, whether that be our strategy or your own. I just want to definitely help traders get to where they want to be. One thing for me, this took me a long time to get to a point where I definitely feel I know how to trade. Now the question is, can you execute that on a consistent basis? And so that's really what I'm trying to teach you guys, is that everyone can kind of come up with a good plan for trading, but what it really takes is that 90% of traders, those 90% of the traders that are losing, they can even have a great plan, but if they don't execute, they get part of that 90% that loses. Exactly. Now the part that executes their strategy over and over again, those are those 10%ers that are making the money, guys. And the only way it happens is by discipline and continuously going over your strategy, executing it, knowing the visualization of your strategy, and you got to be hard on yourself too. Exactly. You can't think a good trade's a good trade when you know you executed it poorly. Just like me and John are going to be very critical of each other, you guys should be critical of yourself and really look into your trades and see if it was luck or was it pure execution. If it's pure execution and you're getting a continuous strategy showing you results, that's when you really want to start sizing up and taking that money from the market.
Right, like exactly. Like if I go over my BILI trade, I think it was a beautiful setup. I don't think I executed it correctly though. You know what I mean? Because I of course I got out with a green trade and a green day and everything like that. But I missed out on a huge move, and I missed out on the second push. Like the ideal way for me to execute this strategy would have been to take profits where I did. I think that was correct. But once it got back up to the VWAP here, I should have added my risk back, added my size back, and then wrote it down for this move. And so that's something even I have to work on. And that's why we're saying, like, we're not trying to be experts or gurus or anything like that. Like, we're really not. We're just trying to expedite the learning process for people and, learn along with you guys as well. And so that's the important thing. Like, we think we definitely know enough to do that. And, I'm really happy with where my trading's been in the last few months, and we're just building it to work forward. But it's all about how you follow your plan. And I think that's something that Mitch does extremely, extremely well, is just following his plan to a T. And that's something I'm learning from Mitch at this point as well. And so, yeah, we're really excited to get started on Monday.
Yeah,
and,
you guys have a great day. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in here early. Probably maybe even run some gapper scans in the morning just so you guys can go ahead and get ready. And then just meet with us, 8:45, guys. We'll be there. Take care, guys.
All right, brother. Have a good day, man. Nice trading. All right, so Mitch and I both got out of here with 2 green days, and that's why I think it's kind of bizarre when people say that Mitch and I aren't good traders. I mean, Mitch has been, showing his trades on this stream all week, and he literally hasn't had a losing trade, and it's all documented live. Like, we can't hide that stuff. Like, it's all live on this stream. And same thing with me. Like, I've had 3 green days this week and 1 break-even day, and it's all live on stream. And so regardless of what kind of sizing I'm using, you may look at my gains and be like a $9 gain and $8.50 gain today, but it doesn't matter. The point is that I'm tweaking the strategy and setups that I'm using after back testing it, which is something else we're going to go over in our in the classes, is how to back test a setup, because that's the real reason the VWAP fade is so important to us, is because it's an actual setup that we back tested. We back tested it. When I back tested the VWAP fade, it had a 73% accuracy rate. And I really don't think it's a coincidence that our accuracy, at least my accuracy trade-wise, is right around 70%, 75%. And so it's right around the same percentage that I back tested results from the VWAP fade. And I think that really is an important part of trading. You never know, like if you just follow what people say online, you never really know if they're going to work. But if you learn to backtest the patterns and setups yourself, you actually know if they have an edge in the market. And that's extremely important, is to actually know if it has an edge or not. T America, yeah, man. I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for that fight, brother. I'm really excited to. I think Khabib is going to take Conor. I think Khabib's going to eat Conor's lunch. I think Conor has a puncher's chance, but I think Khabib's going to eat his lunch, man. I'm super pumped for that fight. I just hope nobody gets injured before. And Jeremy, listen, brother. Listen, man. Yeah, I think Khabib's gonna eat his lunch, Tiny. I'm really excited about that. But listen, Jeremy, like I said, I unbanned you, Jeremy, just because you've been here for a while. But brother, like I'm saying yesterday, man, we're not trying to act like experts. We're not trying to act like gurus or anything like that. You know what I mean? We're really just trying to help people expedite their learning process, specifically new traders, and kind of teach people the things that we've learned to achieve a high accuracy rate in trading. And I definitely think we know enough at that point to be able to do that. And if you disagree, that's fine, but just don't hate on us, man. Like, I unmuted you because you've been here for a while, but I'm not going to, if all you're saying is negative stuff, like, you know what I mean? But like I said, man, no hard feelings, Jeremy. Listen, brother, if you want to talk about it, let me know, man. We could Skype and talk about it, brother, outside of the stream. I don't think that's going to happen. Why not? I don't think Conor's going to submit him for sure. I really don't. Yeah, no posting other people in the stream, Phoenix. Sorry, brother. But yeah, Jeremy, like I said, if you want to talk about it outside the stream, Jeremy, leave me a comment. We'll talk about it, brother. No hard feelings, man. Yeah, I think Khabib's going to eat his lunch, man. I think Khabib's going to take it. Conor has a puncher's chance. Listen, if Conor does beat Khabib, I'll respect him, and I've never rooted for Conor, but I respect the fact that he's a good fighter, and I think he's really smart with how he promotes his fights, and so I will say that about Conor. I think Khabib's gonna take him, though. But if Conor beats Khabib, I'll probably root for him in the future, just because I think Khabib is a huge test. Khabib's a monster, man. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing. Yeah, of course, Maria. Habib is gonna Kimura Conor is what I think. Remember I said that. I think Habib is gonna Kimura Conor. Yeah, the class is live, Maria. Yeah, we're gonna be there live in the class. It's not gonna be a pre-recorded or anything like that. It's gonna be an actual like conference with us there talking, sharing our screen and everything like that. So yeah, it's not gonna be a pre-recorded video or anything like that. We're actually gonna be there, you know. Round, I think second or third, Brandon. Yeah, no stress, Jeremy. Like I said, brother, if you want to talk about it outside the stream, let me know, brother. We'll talk about it, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Really happy with how Mitch has been trading, man. Mitch has had 6 profitable days this week. And Mitch is trading on a real account, but regardless of whether, you know, it's a real or paper account, Mitch has had 6 profitable trades this week. No losing trades. And this is my 3rd green day of the week. I've had one break even day and 3 profitable days this week, regardless of what sizing or what my gains look like. You know, I think Mitch and I do really well at identifying good setups and good patterns, back testing those setups to actually find if they have an edge, and then rinsing and repeating those same setups. And so, you know, I think that's what Mitch and I do well. And yeah, we'll see if I can finish the week out strong. No, it doesn't matter if you have scanners or not, Maria. You know, it's just going to be an educational class. Like, it doesn't matter if you have scanners or anything. You know, it's just going to be an educational class where we go over, you know, lots of different stuff. So no stress either way. All right, Tiny, have a good day. Yeah, insurance, brother. If you have an Xbox, man, and ever wanna get beat at UFC 3, let me know, bro. Also, I play a little bit of Fortnite. I play PUBG. I play Halo. If anybody has an Xbox and wants to get down with me on Xbox, let me know, man. You know, leave your let me know in the comments and we'll play. You know. Alright, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to get out of here. Good luck for the rest of the day, guys. Look, there goes CRON, and this is what I'm talking about. You see, Mitch said he was pretty confident this was going to happen with CRON, and we also said that the risk level, if we did get in CRON, would be around 55 cents. And look at that. Beautiful move up. Didn't tap us out. And beautiful wash back down. And so it's kind of doing what we thought it would, down to 42s. I'm expecting to see a drop here. John O. All right, John. Have a good day, brother. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, you all. I'll see you all later. Go check out our site if you're interested in learning, you know, the different patterns and setups that Mitch and I use on a daily basis. You can go to our strategy section. You know, one of the strategies we've been working on is the VWAP bounce. I think I included it here. 1 minute pullback, wash out long. Okay, no, I still have to add the VWAP bounce. That's something I'm working on, but I'm going to add that one. But yeah, we also, you know, the VWAP fade's our main setup. We have, you know, which you can see we go over here. When we try to be really in-depth with this setup, the VWAP fade on our strategy section. So go check it out if you want to learn the strategies we go through, or if you're interested in learning about the brokers we use or the brokers that we've used in the past. Go check the site out. And yeah, I'm really excited about the site. You're on Xbox, John? All right, brother, here, let me know, man. But yeah, appreciate the subs, Rob and Leroy. Shout out again to Paul and Lisa for that $20 super chat. Means a lot. But yeah, do you guys remember what Mitch was saying about CRON? Beautiful drop. You know, beautiful drop. And there it is. And this is exactly what Mitch and I were talking about. And so the fade's been on point lately. It's been working a lot. And, you know, excited to trade tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all later. And appreciate all the support and everything like that. And yeah, guys, have a good day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream each weekday morning for 100% free right here on YouTube, starting at 8:40 market time every weekday morning. We trade live on stream, letting people watch us win or lose in the market, not being able to hide anything. And so if you're interested in seeing that, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to do me a favor and help support this channel, click the like button right now in this video. It does help support us, and we appreciate any support we can get. And so good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time as always. And yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all later.